Hello world, welcome to another GDE Curious for Machine Learning. I'm super happy to have today a special guest. She is Beril. She is currently in Europe and she's going to tell us about her experience. Hi Beril, how are you doing? Thank you for
Thank you
your
very
time.
much. I'm so happy to have a Sunday coffee chat with you. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you for being here. I would like to know a little bit about yourself, what you are doing currently, what kind of projects you are running now in the machine learning AI field.
Thank you. So my background is computer vision and machine learning AI. Well, we didn't call it AI in the past. My bachelor thesis was neural networks on FPGA. So that if it was this time, it would be called AI on GPU or TPU, but we didn't have it that time. So I worked in the field for so long, but it used to called differently, like neural networks. Anyway, I'm a computer vision and AI machine learning scientist. And I've got my PhD in 2009, and since then I've been, and also during my PhD and afterwards, I've been working on remote sensing images, like satellite images, airborne images, to understand our Earth. And therefore, I'm also trying to learn more about Earth sciences, that I can combine my machine learning computer vision experience with understanding really the planet and things going on. And currently, I'm an associate professor at Saxion University of Applied Sciences in Enschede in the Netherlands. It's the east border of the country. And what I'm doing, I'm working with the Smart Cities group. And the idea is to make our cities hopefully adapting to changes of our climate, and both reducing the climate stress impact of the cities with increasing knowledge from the data that we collect, and by representing data to citizens also in understandable way, to really know what they do is causing what in the environment. And also be prepared, maybe with some predictive modeling. If we predict some floods in some areas, for instance, people can already change their structures, their homes, and be prepared what's coming. Of course, it's difficult times. It's not always possible to predict everything, but still, at least by understanding our behaviors and how it's making impact to our environment, we might be living a little bit more consciously, hopefully, and making less stress to environment, to biodiversity. Live our lives a little bit more consciously. That's my personal hope, and also I'm glad it's quite aligned with the goals of my group where I'm working at.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing. I can really see your excitement for applying what is technology and computer vision to this Earth stuff. Like, it's really, really important, and actually, like, it's like really noticeable in the world, right? With the COVID and the climate change and everything. But yeah, tell us how you get started in computer vision. What did you like that you were like, oh, I really need to focus on this and analyze, Earth images and do this and the other?
Thank you for the question. That's a very nice question, and I love talking about it. Computer vision was not maybe very well known at the time that I started to my bachelor. It was maybe a little bit more unknown in the industry, at least. I mean, there were not cameras detecting people, tracking things like stuff, self-driving car cameras and things. It was a little bit less known. And I did my whole education in electrical and electronics engineering. So that was a little bit like more hardware oriented, but I discovered that it's possible to also focus on looking at the signals and just develop your experience in signal processing. So that's what I did. And the signals are not only sound and electrical signals, electromagnetic signals and so on, but also images and video recordings are also signals, only represented in different formats. So I recognize that image is also a signal, a matrix, a signal. And when this matrix comes in time domain, it's the video. Video is also a signal. You can apply signal processing algorithms to extract information and automatizing things. Also having the idea like this computer is very clever and getting more clever with the development of hardware. I can make these intelligent things see around, not only have other data, which is like Excel files and stuff, but also put in a camera and see things like I do. And I also looked at human vision a lot, just for my curiosity, like how humans sees objects. I mean, when I look around, I see this cup, how I understand that it's a cup, how I recognize that it's a cup. And I looked at the biology part of that a lot. And then it came out that, okay, there are color features, there are curve features, shape features, and you can really code this with to do some signal processing again. You can extract color features by programming with some, what you do is to, of course, first think about the mathematical formula which extract this feature, then make it a formula on code. And you can automatize things, then the computer can recognize this is a cup. And making things automated, making computer see things, I found it quite exciting. Then I felt like if I do things automated, if computer can see things like human does, it gives a lot of opportunities to do tons of other applications. And yeah, we did few of them. But life is everything for everyone, 7 days, 24 hours, we cannot do all tons of them. So we are trying to share our knowledge, and hopefully other people can give a hand to do useful algorithms.
Yeah, it's so exciting, and I'm also like super happy how you are sharing this passion. I can recall actually to the Feifeli's TED talk when she's talking about teaching machines to see, and I think that's super exciting because I can relate also, like you have a camera somewhere, like watching around, but they can do more than recording the image. But with this recognition, you can even detect like somebody's moving on the hall, or like there are pets around, or something is happening. So I think that's so exciting. Yeah, I think it's one of the multiple things in artificial intelligence that is super interesting to start learning. And actually, I want to ask you about this. What advice would you give to somebody that is starting to learn about AI in general, but would you like to focus a bit more on computer vision, and maybe it has not a strong background on math, on programming, and especially for girls? I know there are not many girls on this.
Oh, yeah, that's you address very important points. Well, first of all, my first advice to anyone who is doing AI, computer vision, or any other engineering is, and actually it's a information that I've got in the first lecture at my university. It was my first lecture, and I found it so much touching to my heart. That first lecture of my university was the lecture that I lived with, and I want to die with it. It's that we promised with our own, of course, incentive that with our all education that we've got from university, all developments that we do in the rest of our lives, and when we get the engineering degree, with anything that we do, first of all, we will be respectful to people and we will try to serve. That's the biggest thing, that's biggest advice that I can give anyone. Keep in mind that our purpose, our responsibility, if we've got a degree or not, if we are doing work, our purpose is to serve. And what does it mean to serve? To be helpful. And what does it mean to be helpful? To recognize the problem of these people and to make a solution to solve those problems. But when you're recognizing the problems, it's not a problem of a specific political party only or specific religion only, let's say specific country only. Is it serving to humanity and all beings on earth when I develop this? Okay, it might be serving only one person alone, but it shouldn't get rights of those beings. We shouldn't be harmful to our natural resources. We shouldn't be harmful to animals. We shouldn't be harmful to any human. So that's the core advice that I would give. And in my life, what I've seen that when I focused on that, every door opened to me. When I focused on that I have to serve, that I have to be helpful, and that I have to be in ethical direction. And when we are doing AI, there are so many things that we can do, so many things that we can develop. But if I'm developing something which shoots and kills some populations, I wouldn't respect myself as an AI scientist, no matter how intelligent algorithms I write, no matter how intelligent mathematics I put there. Am I serving to all? That's the biggest advice that I would give. And at the end, I think there's a promise of success if you focus on this. And other than that, of course, you need the technical knowledge. And we are living in very wonderful times. I mean, not COVID or climate change, but technology is wonderful times. Previously, we didn't have such communication possibility. Like we are having a coffee chat together. You're on the other side of the planet. I'm in the Netherlands. That we are having a coffee chat. That wasn't possible before. Now you can do it with an educator together. You can have an online course. I recently had a message from a friend that he finished an MIT study, not being in the United States at all. You can do such things only with internet. There are a lot of possibilities. And not to just speak because I became GDE. I used to speak like that before. I really appreciate Google's approach to this, given a lot of resources open. You can use Google Colab. All GPUs, TPUs are free. There's TensorFlow and a lot of resources. Just go to YouTube and search for what you want to learn. And there are a lot of resources. You can just start developing, even if you have very bad quality laptop, there's Colab. You can reach there and develop any advanced thing there. And you can also put it on store as an app. You can commercialize it and start making money. There are a lot of opportunities to work on. Sometimes I'm feeling overwhelmed because there are just too many opportunities to look at. But other than that, well, if I can advertise, we've got School of AI that we are sharing teaching of lecturers every month or sometimes more often. And there are opportunities to just Zoom and to get contact with experts. And I know that at the beginning, it feels like too much pressure, is person is going to respond me, or if I ask this question, do I look too stupid? Like, I mean, I also feel the same. But yeah, you have to try. I mean, why not? Maybe this person doesn't answer, but also it's not because you sound stupid or not. Sometimes people just don't have time. They want to answer you, but they cannot. Just ask to another person. Be respectful to that person too. If you don't get response, I mean, believe that he or she wanted to, but be respectful to that person too. Just ask to another person. There are billions of people on earth. Somebody will answer and help you. Use the internet opportunity.
Yeah, that's totally right. And I'm super happy that we are in this time besides the COVID, because we have this sort of technology, you know, to keep connected, to keep working. Imagine all times with pandemias when they didn't have internet connections or laptops or computers at home. So it was very hard. And I really,
Yeah.
really appreciate what you mentioned at the beginning, in the sense actually to have this humility for learning, and this sense of human, who I'm harming with this, who I'm helping with this. I think sometimes we are just like running with this technological knowledge, we are missing some other important stuff that make us human in this world and in this industry. And also that recalls to this project from Google AI, which is PAIR. Maybe you have heard about it, as a people plus AI research. That is actually trying to go back, right, to this let's focus on human design on everything we are doing. Yeah, totally. And also, I appreciate the content we are having there. I know there's a bunch of content and you may feel overwhelmed if you are starting, but for example, I really appreciate your content on YouTube, and I'm leaving the link to your channel in the description here.
So
sure.
kind of you.
Yeah, it's really nice, because I feel like we need to be really like careful somehow to choose like which content I'm using, who I'm reading, because besides there are like lots of information, there are some people that maybe they don't give like correct information as well, but they just trendy, I don't know. But it's weird. I've seen many things on YouTube, but I really love for learning. I'm learning a lot of things through YouTube, and it's really nice. And also, you know, like the GDE program, where we are actually also learning from other people. And congratulations, and become a Google developer expert in machine learning.
It's a great opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. I know you haven't been like for so long till now, but what do you like so far from this program, and how would you encourage to other people, and also especially girls, to apply for this or to work in to become a GD?
I think the biggest opportunity is to be part of the network, and also to know the updates earlier than they're announced, so you can really get prepared for what's coming. And but also, I mean, people share their resources so openly. I found it so quite amazing. People share like, I made this presentation and feel free to use it. I never got any presentation and use it as it is, but still, when I look, it gives me an idea about how to update my lectures, how to update my own presentations with the latest information possible. And I think it's quite friendly and supportive way. Well, no need to say, it also motivates you to be in the track and to make sure that, yeah, the initial idea you are serving. And for ladies, you said, I don't know if I've got any special advice for ladies. I mean, again, for anyone, nobody should feel like I cannot do this or I'm less than another. Well, as a female, well, it has never been easy because I've been always in male dominant environments, and I was so happy only this year in my life my boss is female, and all the other 2 decades of my life I always worked with male boss. I mean, they shouldn't feel bad about themselves, but I mean, it's also strange that there's no balance. It's never changed like LGBT female, LGBT male. It was only male dominant work life, and not mentioning the bus, but with the working groups, sometimes you also feel like. Maybe sometimes boys, especially the younger ones, feel like they can develop better, they can develop quicker, but actually they can indeed. But it also feels like, I mean, like a lady, or especially when they start later to programming, maybe they might feel like they can never reach to their programming status, or they always feel themselves lack. Well, it's I would understand that feeling, but again, I would say you are never alone. There are other people who even started. I know people started programming after 50s, 60s. I know people who got educated with growing up children, and sometimes single parent females. That there are other people also, maybe you don't see many of them around, but believe that there are other people who are having a lot of challenges, like trying to make living, trying to look up kids, and trying to learn new stuff at the same time. Believe that there are other people like you, even if you don't have them in your network. Just try your best. But I mean, also be patient and be kind to yourself. Don't judge yourself. Like, I cannot go to that level so quickly. I cannot understand these codes. It's just too complicated. Just be patient with yourself. Things come with time. I mean, when you put a seed, it doesn't grow and make a fruit to you the next day. It's just a process. Be appreciate. And when you plant a seed, what you do, you just be respectful, give a little bit water every day, and be patient. Just be like that to yourself. Study a little bit every day, and you will get there.
Wonderful. Yeah, I feel also like sometimes we are rushing on this, and we just want to do like, or to learn everything at once. And it's a process, you know, it's like small steps every day that will actually take us to some other place we want to be. And
enjoy the process. I mean, you do things sometimes for process, not for the end result. I mean, if you do it for a diploma, 5 years you just struggle, and then for diploma, only a few seconds you are happy, but only 5 years you suffer. That's not nice. Ellen Watts said a quote. I mean, you don't dance for the only last step. You dance because you like dancing.
Right.
Not for, oh, I reached the final step. That's it.
To the final goal. Yeah, I think it's good to set the goal. Like, I want to learn and develop one project on computer vision this year, for example. But enjoy everyday effort, you know, because it's like you are learning something new, you're planning, you're watching different videos, you're watching Beril's videos, or learning from Coursera and stuff. But yeah, enjoying different steps in this learning process.
Yeah, glad you say that. I mean, it's important to have a goal, but don't rush yourself or blame yourself when am I coming there? Because the goal keeps you in the right direction. Otherwise, you would be lost by looking at this lecture, this YouTube.
Everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Beril, for your time, for your advice, and actually for this nice conversation that we can get inspired to rethink. Actually, like it's good our technical knowledge, but also we need, you know, to think again to human design and be nice and everything as the process, and yeah. So I'm super happy to connect with you again, and
Me too.
yeah, and I say I invite everyone to see Beril's community and channel. She's creating really great stuff. And yeah, thank you again. I hope to chat with you soon.
Thank you so much for your great questions and inviting me. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.